morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, November 6th, I believe. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. Penelope's here. Good morning, good morning. I had a good sleep last night. Boy, did I feel rested. I am going to make some washi tape out of this fabric, and I have a swap to share with you. And yeah, I'm not sure what's going to go after that, but we'll wing it this morning after that. So good morning. I hope that you're off to a good day. Let's see, I might need to zoom out a little here. How is that? Let me get onto my tablet. Oh, and I was at Dee Dee Willingham's yesterday, and she said, Mary, we need to make more wax seals. Christmas is coming. And she was, I think she was making, she either made some or sent some. I'm not sure exactly what her giveaway was about, but let me get to my channel here, to my live stream. And come on, Mary. There we are. So I'm going to work on maybe, I'm working on designing the dog stamp. I'm doing these little animal stamps, but also I did a pumpkin for Halloween. I just chopped off a little piece. And if you only carve an outline, you can use it as a wax seal stamp. And what happens is, if you do not carve the negative space, let me get out of the ad there. If you do not carve the negative space, when you dip it in your wax with your eraser in a little spot of wax, the wax will soak in to where you carve the lines and make a raised up portion. So I thought maybe we would play with maybe designing some Christmas stamps that could be used for wax seals. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably start out simple, something like a bow or a wreath, and then maybe we can get more complicated. So Dee Dee's put me on to that. I have other things I need to get done. Let's see. Oh, there's Jacqueline. Hi, Miss Jacqueline. Lovely Crafting Lodge. Good morning, good morning. And Arlene is here. Good morning, Arlene. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me fix the chat filter to all messages. There we go. And my camera looks like it's a little slanty this morning. Let's see if I can fix that a little. Is that any better at all? And Jacqueline had a sale last week, and oh my goodness, she sold Angie bowls. Are you selling this week, Jacqueline? If you are, Jacqueline usually sells at Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. She usually does dyed papers, and then she does other things too. And she started to feature vendors on her sales, so you'll see things from Lori, from Angie. I think Amy Breckman is going to do some things this week. So if you're out there, it's much straighter now. It feels to me like I'm going off this way. Feels like maybe it's just because my desk is slanty. Yeah, my phone is kind of slanty. I'm going to try to fix it while there's not many people in here. I have to be careful because I can turn the phone off at the clip. That's why, you know, the clip is on the side of my phone, and see, the clip is down here, the on-off is down here, and the clip is here. And so that makes it want to slant a little. And I try to tip my clamp so that, good morning, everybody. I guess that's a little better. So let's start out by showing you the swap. I have been friends with Sue Hiles for a long time. And she's doing a lot of slow stitching now. And I want to get back into slow stitching, but she had a swap. It was a simple swap. It was a cluster. She said, make a cluster, and put a button on it. That's all the requirements were. Well, I have mine ready to go. They're all ready to put in the envelope. Deadline's tomorrow. I worked on them yesterday. And this is what I received from my swap partner. So let's open it up. I've already looked at these because I was too curious. And I got my scissors here. And I don't know this channel. Liz at, oh, I forget. I'll have to put the link to her channel in afterwards. And she sent me some extra pieces. Of course, she did more than one cluster. Looks like she put some little papers in between. Let's look at the clusters first. She gave me some extra pieces. Here. This is a cluster. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit more so you can see these. We'll be fooling with my camera. Hi, is that a Mar fabric? Wait, I got an ad here. Hi, Amor Fabric. She says, well, good morning. The early bird gets the worm. I hope you are doing well. Well, good morning, good morning. Amor, you sell fabric, don't you? I think you do. Arlene, are you out there? Would you put a link to Amor's channel for me in there? Let's go pop in and let's give her a shout out, shall we? Higher temperatures are expected today. We've been in 30s and 40s recently. It's gonna warm up. It's gonna warm up. Go to my live stream here.
Solidly at the top.
Oh, I got
and then tell it to solve it.
Got an ad with a. Looks good to me. Hi, dear Arlene. There, Arlene dropped a link to her channel. Thank you, Arlene. Boy, that was fast, Arlene. Thank you for doing that. A more fabric quest. And I could be pronouncing this all wrong. Let's read her about first. She says, hey, everyone. I'm here to help you with your crafty needs. To hang out and learn, check my Facebook group and Instagram page. Click on the icon above. Join our fabric group. You can share your work, shop, or crafty experiences. I'll have to go back in and do a join. That's a Facebook groups. Follow us on Instagram. You can see what's new in the shop before it's gone. And she gives an Instagram link. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I think I've subscribed to you. Let's go see. Am I subscribed? Yeah, I'm subscribed to you, and I get all videos. But I have to tell you, Amor, I don't get to watching very many people at all lately. But I did watch a little bit of Dee Dee yesterday, and you know what? I got in to watch Di's channel yesterday. And last evening, Di, the messy palette over in Australia. I keep saying Wednesday nights I'm going to come visit. And they were doing a Halloween journal called Spirited 1 and Spirited 2. I watched for a little while, but I had to move on. Let's see. Let's go to, she's got a community page. Let's go to, I think I can get in. And Vintage music pages are in the shop. Grab yours today. Let's go look at her shop. I'm sure that she's got some neat things out there. I might have to stop and get a drink of water here in a minute. More fabrics, free shipping, add to cart. More from this shop. You may also like, let's see what she's got out here. Save to favorites. Well, I saved you to favorites. Well, I'm back in YouTube here. I got my little channel up here. I'm going live Wednesday, 2 p.m. Central. At 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. Oh, well, I probably could watch every other Wednesday. That's when we have our tatting online classes on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central. But she's only doing it every other weekend. So I could probably check in on you on the every other weekends and see look at what she has here. Read more. Let's chat about Christmas and what's new and Christmas. Hang out with me as I package up new gold and ivory junk journal kits. How long ago was this post? That was 1 day ago. So below is a direct link to tomorrow's live, and I of course missed it because that was a day ago. I'm sure that was probably yesterday. Oh, and then there's 1 year ago, 2 years ago, and we need to get her community tab going. Let's go back, look at some of her work here. Let's go back to the description. She's got subscribe. Okay, I think I followed it. I looked at everything in the description. Here's her home page. Live chat with me crafting new kits. That was probably yesterday. Chat with me. Etsy shop. Sourcing vintage items. They always, YouTube now picks things out of her channel and it puts it under a little for you, things you might be interested in. Of course, I'm interested in everything. Her videos that she has, I'm not going to play them. I've learned not to play other people's videos on my live stream, even if they give me permission, because sometimes there's things in there like music. I got caught. I played a video that had music that should have been licensed for me to play on my channel, and it didn't. They just gave me a little warning, and I just took the music out. But you shouldn't be playing other people's channels even with their permission during your live streams, because you might not generally with my community, or with the people who come in here, but sometimes you get into stuff you didn't expect. So just a upfront warning. Vintage crochet, vintage floral. That was 2 weeks ago. Some vintage floral, junk in my trunk. Ooh, that sounds cool. Junk in my trunk. That sounds like a really good, that sounds like one that would be fun to watch. Junk in my trunk. Junk in my trunk Goodwill outlet. Chat with me. Live event. Holly Hobby. Green kit now available. Holly. I'm going to have to start. Do you have online sales, Amor? I'm not in my chat, so I can't see, but I'll look at it in a minute. Shorts. She's got shorts out there, which looks like would be fun to see. I'm going to have to start visiting to you. Live streams. Here's the one she did last night. Create with me, vintage French floral fabric. Ooh, that sounds fun. Live chat with me. She's got some playlists out there. Her chat videos. Shop, warehouse bill, Black Friday, shopping, stock shop with me. And here's the posts. Hello everyone. I've missed you. I've been away that was a year ago. And that's the last thing we can look at. So kudos to Amor. Arlene dropped a link. And let's see. I got to get back into my live stream here. Of course, I'm not going to keep this one open because I've got my tablet. Hi, Joyce. Welcome in. Hi, Jersey. Laura Jersey. Jacqueline's here. She said she just subscribed. Well, there you go. Amor, you got a new subscriber. She says, oh, Jacqueline's at work today, so I don't get to watch much either. I work a lot. Yeah. I'm all over the place. Selena, I remembered your name, but not how to spell it. Oh, is that your name, Amor? Selena? I'm Selena. It's been a while. I think Jacqueline's at work today, so Arlene dropped a link to Selena Amor Fabrics and to her shop. She says, sewing buttons are not my favorite thing to do. I know. One of the clusters that I did, I can't show them yet because Susan Hiles asked that we not show our clusters until after they get them. But I'll make a video of mine before I send them off. But I put 3 buttons on one of my clusters and trying to get them, I can line them up straight and even, mark where they should go. But do you think I could get 3 buttons in a straight row? I had to work at it. It's pretty good, but because I used a visual line, but it's not my favorite thing either. She says, well, good morning. The early bird gets the worm. And Jacqueline's at work, so Arlene, can I get you to put a link to Jacqueline's channel? And I will pin that because I'm sure she's probably selling this Friday. And when she pops back in, if she puts in the time or tells us the time. You feel the love this morning. We'll have to visit you more on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Welcome in, Selena. All right, let me get back to my showing off these beautiful clusters. Let me see if I can grab, while I'm on my phone here, from my mail, because I sent her a thank you yesterday. Let's see if I can grab her channel, the gal that did this. Hold on. Let me get to my sent. Her name is Liz. And let's see. Here it is. Whoops. I was going to send her a show quoted text. Oh, that's her shop. Let's see if I can get into her YouTube. Hold on. I want to get this gal's channel. Oh, and of course I'm searching in my mail, not in YouTube. No wonder it wasn't working for me. Hold on. Here we go. This is the gal who sent me these clusters. 143 Handmade Liz. Let's see, let me grab the link while come back to my channel, put the link in the chat. There we go. We'll hit that link, make sure it works. 143 Handmade. For you, real-time quilt piecing, cheap, easy, recycled desk organizer, bottles, denim, and looks like she's doing some chatting journal with my grandmother's flower garden quilt. It looks like she does a lot of fabric. Her videos are slow stitching, little something or other, slow stitching, little tag share, journal with me, big visible handkerchief quilt. Ooh. So she does a lot of needlework, Liz. Let's go to the videos. Slow stitching, little landscapes. Ooh, that sounds fun. Journal with me in my grandmother's, let's turn it this way. In my grandmother's found and bound journal. Ooh, cool. Visible hand stitch quilt binding. Quick share of my story behind. Let's see, quick share of this story, scroll bag, and channel chit chat, farmers market update, how I prepare gourds for crafting. So Liz, am I subscribed? I don't think I am, because let's subscribe to her and do an all message, because I just now went to her channel. Let's go ahead and look at the clusters. This is the gal that Susan Hiles linked me up with in the swap. So she sent me a lot of extra pieces here, and we'll get back to those. Here's the main cluster, and then she sent me two. I thought she sent me another one too. She sent me three. 4. And this is fabric. So let's look at these. These are really cool. Little fabric clusters here. Looks like I might have it. No, that's all one cluster. Isn't that cool? And you could easily put that in a journal. It's flat enough. In fact, I might save one of these. Ooh, I love this one. I love the little red strip of leaves, autumn leaves. It's not red, probably it's orange, my lighting is. And the big red button on it. Isn't that cool? And here's one with small buttons. And I think this kind of has a paper in it. Sort of. She sent me one. I'm not sure. It feels like a vellum paper, maybe. Very pretty. And I love this. I love this tone, the tones here of the neutral tones, and then just a little splash of orange. So I'm going to save one out. I'm loving this one. I think I'll put this one in my journal. And then let's look at the, I love this. It feels like a paper that's been crumbled up real fine. It's got a texture to it, a fine texture, a crumbled texture. And it's a thin paper. Very cool. And then she sent me some more of this. I think this is a vellum. And there's another piece of that over here. And then she sent me some little bits that I can make my own cluster if I wish. Now I'll do another standalone video where I show hers and mine, but I can't do that until she receives mine. So what fun. Thank you, Liz. And there's a link to her channel. I'm going to have to go check it out more. There, and it does look like she does some live streams. So I'm going to put this in my Happy Mail bucket. And we're going to put this one in one of my journals over here. Probably the one that's on the bottom. My Happy Mail bucket is getting so full. And I have Happy Mail ready to send today. If you're in the Fib Diggity Creators group, you are going to get some stickers. And I'm working on the November zine journal kits. I'm way behind. We're going to make some washi tape here. Fabric washi tape. And I don't have to worry too much about folds. Looks like I've already cut from this, or somebody has. I probably got it at a sale. That's kind of cool. That would make a neat, rip it off and make a neat embellishment. Let's get this one out of the way for now. And let's make some wishy-washy. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Oh, you know, and my old scissors are across the room. So I'm going to have to use my new ones, or else get up and you know what? I have some more that I want to do. Maybe we can get some out of this too. It's kind of fall colors. And this is the back. And I'm going to just, this is Duck Brand double-sided carpet tape. I use that exclusively because it just seems to work better than the other brands of carpet tape, for me anyway. And I'm getting off the beaten path here. Let me pull this up and get it straighter. Once you get off of the path, it just continues to, walk down the lane the wrong way. And I usually do this different, but this works too. There we go. That's a little better. Now, I've got an issue here. I should have started with this one. I have found that if I use a little piece of paper on my tape here, I can cut better. And I just have this one little piece. We're going to cut a piece in here, so I'll have a bigger piece to cut with. And I'll save this one for myself. But let's cut. Of course, I'm knocking my pens. I can't wait to get my Angie bowls. Hold my ink pens over on the other side here. I'm going to have to leave that. I want to cut this off. And we're just going to cut down here. The reason I'm doing this today is I want that release paper. And we're going to put this piece in my journal. And, ooh, that might go with this. How cool. On the same page, maybe. Let's get out a journal. I'm sure I'm going to have to bop down a little because I cleaned off and I stuck things up in order here. I cleaned off my desk, my cart. I'm working on a writing journal. I'm ready to bind it. A writing journal for next year. I'll put that in there too. Of course, I put it, the journal that I'm putting odds and ends in, on the very bottom. Here it is. This is the one I want. Let's put this one back and these back. Okay. And let's set this aside for a moment because I'm after that release paper. See, I put, am I too zoomed in? I might have to zoom out just a little now. I'm sorry, I was showing those clusters. Is that a little better? Let me look at chat. Let me refresh my chat here. Laura Jersey says, sure, and Marlene, I am making a cover for my October bird journal. Ooh, cool. Was supposed to say sure. Sure am, Arlene. Oh, instead of Marlene, she's talking to Arlene. Doesn't it just bug you how they change your words? Amor Selena says, I love Jacqueline already. She's like-minded. I'm addicted. Arlene says, right now I'm addicted to Diamond Dot. Well, you do what you enjoy. This journal, I put little extras in. I was doing some fractor art. Dee Dee gave me a fractor book. And see, I just put little pieces in. Looks like I was going to put I got this from somebody. This came from Sharon Lombard, 2024. I'm going to leave it right here for now. Some papers. I'm looking for a good spot, but see, I just put little extras in here. Here's a page where I did, this is fabric washi tape that I did out of some sampler fabric. And I guess this page is where I want to be, and we're going to put this in here. Would it go better? No. I should have cut that just a little bit. Oh, we could put this one, we could put it here and put this button up here. Only I think I'll put it over to the side because if you build up the bulk in here, it keeps it more even rather than putting it here. This side is pretty bulky with the signatures, and I need some weight. This journal, when I made it, it's kind of, it needs to be cracked open a little. Let's see, I need some bulk. No, my scissors, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to put this down here, over here, Mary. Maybe I'll put it like this. And what I'm after is, this is fabric washi tape that we made with duck brand tape. And what we want to do is take the release paper off. I might need my pen here. I need a little tear of it. I need better lighting in here. Once you get it started, it's really stuck on there. There we go. got that started. Now let's see if I can get the rest of it here. There we go. And we want to put that, I pulled it the wrong end. I usually don't do it like this. I usually unroll it as I'm taping it down, but this is a shorter piece. It's very, very sticky, which is why I wanted that piece of release paper to make the rest of my washi. There we go. And this I'm going to put in, it looks like it goes the other way because she's got the little tab hanging there. I'm going to put it right here. I need something there. I don't like that. I want it to go this way. I'm going to put it this way because it just seems like I don't mind if that hangs out a little. It feels better to me. I like these red lines on the edge. And let me get my fine art glitter glue out here. And hopefully it will work. I do not use the fine tip on this. I find it clogs up too much for me. It clogs up anyway. And I'm going to spread this just a little bit here. And we're going to tip this over and put it in here. Just like that. And I might need to get a little of that glue off the edge there. And since this is a cluster, I'm going to leave this. It might stick because some of that glue might stick through. But that's okay. Now I want to write in here. And of course it's going to soak through, but I've got a layer there. I need it over here. Let's see. Let's go on a search here. I can't wait to get Angie's bowl for my pens over here. I'm looking for my, all I've got is pen plus gear up here. No, I'll use the pen plus gear. I'm going to put cluster from Liz at 140 handmade. And I think there's another swap November 2025. That just kind of documents it. All right, that didn't, it only soaked through a little there, and I'll probably put something up there. And the reason I did this now is because I wanted this. And we also have, I've already sent these off, but I saved some for me. Do I want to put these in here? I think I got an extra ones. Do I have 2 extra? Yeah, I do. I want to save one for my journal. Let's just put it right in there. And this is a sticker. In our Fibdiggity Creators group, let's put the pen back in the glue here so that Whew, I'm going to have to turn that fan toward me. When I first come in here, it's too cold, and then... But in our Fib Diggity Creators member group, we are doing kind of, still in process a little, we're not doing videos on it, but a Harrison Fisher altered book. And I'm ready to send out the second to last set of stickers. But this is a thank you. When they attend the live streams, I try to send a little thank you. I'm going to use this pen. And it is done by, it's an illustration in the public domain. This is Minnehaha. Harrison Fisher illustrated Hiawatha, and Minnehaha is a character in that book. And this is a sticker that I got off of the public domain, and I sent it as a thank you. Looks like I need to put a little bit more glue in there. I want to that down a little. So I'm going to put Minnie. I'm spelling it wrong, probably. Ha ha. By Harrison Fisher. And I always say Harrison Ford, but it's Harrison Fisher. There we go. I can read that. I doubt if you guys can. So now let's go back to my washi tape. Let me throw this. I tried to use this release paper. I don't think this works very good on my... I might try it again here because I need... Let's go back to making my... Put this up here. My washi tape, which is right here. And the reason I wanted to save, I'm going to try this. We're going to put it right here. And I want to see if it pulls off. Yeah, it does seem to pull off good. Good. Because I've got plenty of this. It is when I'm making the fabric washi tape and when I'm ready to take the tape off, by putting a release paper over a part of the sticky, I can cut right in here. I'm going to tear this right here. And I can cut with my scissors and it doesn't get quite as sticky. There we go. And I got a piece of sticky out there. Now, let's try this. I didn't cut clear to the edge of the fabric here. And then you can just pull this off. And then I want to put some more on here, but let's cut this off. And you can cut along the edge here with no problem. I'm trying to get right to the edge. I think I'm going to go ahead and put another roll of tape on here because I'm cutting that irregular. And let's come back to that. I got some things to put in my October zine and they're getting in the way here. So let's come back way up to here. And I'm going to put this right here. Right there. And this stuff is sticky, let me tell you. You don't want to gum up your scissors with this stuff. I don't worry about the creases because generally the creases, when I put this tape down, the creases work out. Now I need to put another piece of, let me put it the other way. And you see I started to cut there. We'll put that there, and where's that other piece? As long as I put the shiny side down, I'm okay. Put that there. And I want to cut this. There we go. And I'll worry about that when I cut these off. Let's do another. And see, I still have that little paper. That'll tear off. I'm going to do this whole piece because I'm thinking I'm going to put some of this in my November kit and some of this. We might give them 3 pieces of washi tape that they can stick in there. Now, let me get this started. I don't have good lighting in here, so it's hard for me to... It's hard for me to see. I'm going to get a good light one of these days. And I'm just at a small school desk. So I don't have a whole lot of room on my desk. I don't have a whole lot of room in my room. And see, my scissors can cut in between here, but I redid this where I started cutting because these lines will help guide me doing a straight line. Well, let's flip this over. And look, it's right there. And put that there. And cut my fabric. And as long as you have this paper down, that tape will not gum up the blade of your scissors. But get some of these wrinkles out. Got a few wrinkles in there, it won't matter because I'll cut there. Got one here. Okay. I think I have room for, I'm knocking things around here. Glue stick, fine art glitter glue. I think I have room for one more here, and then I've got some little scraps going on there. Looks like I cut a little square out of there. I'm not sure why I did that. For some good reason. Alright. Hold the phone. Now, I need... This is the release paper that I was after. Over on this side. Let's do another one. I'm going to have to dig out my wax seal kit I got everything in a box, and Dee Dee said, Meri, we're going to have to make wax seals for Christmas. So I want to design a wax seal, and this is too small. Let's flip it over. I get my duck brand tape at Menards. I'm sure you can probably get it at Lowe's, probably. And let's cut this right here. And then I don't have enough room here, and I don't want to fool with that, so I'm going to put some over here on this side. And it's going to be crooked, but that's quite all right on this side. And I don't have that smoothed out. Hold on. I gotta smooth this out a little. Yeah, see how my fingers are sticking to that? This is going to be kind of wrinkly here. I might have got it. Now let's turn this over. Now it's got catching that. I'll take care of it in a minute. Let's pull this off and put a piece of and cut this. There we go. Now we can put that up there. And let's fix this. Here, I've got some wrinkles in there. It's hard for me to place it. And once you put this down, it's pretty, I could pull that up. But once you put it down on your page, it stays really good. Let's pull this little piece out here, if I can get a hold of it. And put that down. All right, now I'm ready to cut. And I could try to get a piece in here, but I'll just save that as a scrap. And I started cutting over here, so let's cut this way. And I didn't like it because it wasn't cutting straight for me. And see, now I can get rid of this and that. And let me turn this over. It's got a wrinkle in there. I'm going to fix that if and I can. Get a hold of it here. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I'm pulling the tape. I got a wrinkle right there. Sometimes you can smooth them out. There it goes. just by, there's a little wrinkle right here, just a teeny one. That's good. All right, now let's go back to cutting this. See, I can cut it straighter because I have a guide between these two pieces of tape. And I'm not harming my scissors because I'm only cutting the fabric between the tape. And this has some wrinkles in there. I don't know if I can get these out. Smooth them out with my scissors, but sometimes it doesn't work. But you can just cut that piece off and use it on a scrap or something. So let's cut the other pieces. I want to get those November kits going here too. She's talking to herself. She said, I got to get the November kits mailed. It's already November the 6th, and I wanted them mailed out by October 20th. But October was an awful month for me. There we go, washi tape. October was an awful, awful month. Crazy month. Oh, I'm off of the, I got off of the, let's go back on it. I'll keep that piece. I got off of the guideline there. I couldn't see where I was going. Let's fix this. And I'll have a little odd piece of washi here. I got off the line. Could put that in a journal. And this one's odd. That's okay. Two more here. I like fabric washi. I use it all the time. There we go. And let's do this short piece. Now I got an extra here, but I'll cut that off. And you want to take the, no, it's not there. I guess I already took it off. The little piece that feels like it's on there, though. No? We're good, Mary. Now, see where I'm going on this. And if you had one of those, I have one of those roller blades. I'm getting off my, you could cut this probably a lot easier. Just take your little roller blade and a ruler and go down the line. There we go. And then I have leftover scrappies here I can use in my slow stitching. Toss that one. And that's not that. So we'll just save that out. Put it in my slow stitch stuff. So generally what I do here, now this is an odd piece, I generally just fold it like that and put a band around it and keep it until I'm ready to use it. That's that short piece. Fold this in half. And I don't know if I have a band out here. I might cut some zine size, which is, I think is about 3 1/4. I wonder if I have 20. Let's cut some zine sized little 1, 2, 3, and I think I'm going to give them 3 1/2. It'd just be easier. Yeah, 3 1/2. 1, 2, 3 1/2. And so let's just cut. I need 21. I don't know if I can get 21. We'll see. I should check and see if that's the size of a zine. Hold on. This isn't my Verzine. These are zines that came from. I want to make sure I'm giving a good. Oops. Oh, I'm too small. Is that a large one? Is that? No, that's a regular size. What size is a zine? 4 1/4. Well, these two are too small. So I'll keep those. And we'll measure 4 1/2. And I probably won't have enough for 20, but I'll send them a different color. This is the size, I think, of this. So I'm going to use, well, let's cut it at 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I'm doing it right here. 4 1/4, and if I make a half, they'll have an extra 1/4 left over. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 1/2 comes right in. I'll give them a little extra here. Now I got a hangnail. Hold on, let me get rid of that hangnail. Bothering me. There we go. I got a little left over for me. And so there is 2. And I'm making these plenty big because if they do a regular, some of them aren't doing regular size zines, but I'm cutting them. So see, they'll have plenty. They'll have plenty left over here. I don't think I'll get 20 pieces out of this, but I have other fabric. And I'm just going to leave this the right size. How many I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I tend to cut a little at a slant here. I'm trying to cut straight. I don't know, I might get it. Nine. And 11. And 12, I'm just going to leave 12 longer. Whoever gets that piece will get a longer piece. $13. $14. $15. No, I'll get it, I think. I think I can get 5 out. Oh, no. No, it's not gonna, because I messed up there. So I'm going to save this because it's all messed up from here down. I can get one good piece out of this. And we will give them some of another color. So this is going to go in my November kit. I lost my October kit. I can't find my October kit. It's here somewhere. All right, and these are going to go in the November kit. Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't want to send them anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks a little short. 6, 7, 8. That one's long. 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm missing 8 out of this design. But we will make it up, because I have this, and I'm not going to send them. Why did I save that out? I think because a wrinkle there. And this one is odd cut. So let's do this, because I probably can't get 20 out of this. And we'll get 8 out of this, and we'll send this to the 8 people who didn't get any of that other. So, hold the phone. This is a little smaller. It's probably be easier to handle here. Let's do it this way. Well, yeah, let's do it this way. And is this? Yeah. So I can cover up that. And I could press this out, but I'm not going to worry about pressing it. And I'm going to need more release paper. I'll take some release paper off of one of the... Where's my torn sheet? These creases. I should press this, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's pretty good. That tape, once you get it pressed down here, that tape kind of takes care of the wrinkles. Not all of them. Alright. So I could probably get 2 there. We'll just make this whole thing up. Paper. I threw it over here. Where did it go off to? And I do this so I don't gum up my scissors. You don't want to gum up your scissors. And I usually use my older scissors for this, but my older scissors are across the room. Let's get the creases out here. Nice and flat. I do have to credit Rosemary Morris with this technique. She's the person I learned it from. I don't go there anymore, but she was the person that I learned how to make washi tape, fabric washi tape with the double-sided tape. Let's get this crease out. Here, let's see if I can't. do that one a little better. Come on, get down to the crease. There we go. Hold on. I guess I should do this first. I better control. There. And now let's, I wanted to, yeah, there, I did it. Work those creases in so they're nice and flat. And generally the tape takes care of the creases, but you probably should iron your fabric first. And I think I can do one more without having to look for release paper. And where is it? Excuse me. All right. So I could probably get 8 out of this. 4 this way and 4 that way. Sneeze. All right. So I want some release paper, so I am going to go into one of these pages in here. And now find a good spot. I think I made a, I'm not sure what I did there. I guess I'll just put it. I don't want to do that edge. Cover up the cool. This is Jen Fiddly Bits paper. She had a giveaway and Cindy Rain Girl won it, and Cindy Rain Girl gifted it to me, and I'm just so appreciative of it. And I didn't use all of it. I used some of it in my zine for November, and I didn't use all of it there. I probably have some left. It was quite a little stack of it. I'm getting the corner off here. Cut my fingernails. Well, get off track. And I'm always cutting it too short. And I made a boo-boo here, but we'll leave it. We'll leave that. I don't mind it in my journal. You can work these creases. If you have a crease and you're creased it and you didn't want it, you can generally work them pretty flat. The really bad creases you might have a little bit of a problem with. And let's take a snip. Let's take a snip and put on there. Oh, it just fits too. Yeah. A little bit harder to work the release paper off of this than the stickers, but let me get the scraps off my tummy. Well, it's going to be a little off, but I don't mind. Yeah, gotta be careful, because one and done. I got a little bit of a crease in there. But I generally don't mind too much, because it all kind of blends in. You can feel it with your fingers. Alrighty. I was after my release paper. Hold a second. I sneezed. Gotta blow my nose. Alright, let me get that out of the way. Every time I blow my nose online, I feel like I have to sanitize my hands. Especially if I'm giving stuff out. Well, I'll pass along my germs. All right, let's finish this. Thank you, Meri. Flip this over. Tear a little piece of release. Oh, this isn't tearing so well. And I think I can get one more on there. I get all these little scraps. Okay, now let's cut this. I only need 8, but and these are going to go in the November zine kits. So see, the later I am, the more different things you get. because I didn't plan this out this morning. I just saw I was sorting through some of my stuff before the stream, and I said, there's some fabric, let's make some washi tape. That's how my stream that's how it gets scheduled. I do spur of the moment stuff. Let's cut from this side. Cut more of a guide. Oh, that's pretty good. Got a little close with that tape. And when they get it, or maybe before I send it, I'll go in and take these little paper tabs off. Like that. But I don't do it right now. And when they work on these, they'll get, 4.5 inches, but they could cut it down the center here. Or they could not use it at all. It's up to them. Got a little bit of a crease in there. Can I work that out? I think I can. Work that one out. And let's work this one out. There we go. Nice and flat. Cut from this side. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I like doing this stuff. I don't do a lot of repetitive. I'm going over the line here. I don't do a lot of repetitive stuff. And to me, this is repetitive. I get bored. I get bored, but I want to get these ready for the kits. This got a little, can't see where I'm going now. Lucky for me, it's just a little over. And we're going to trim this little bit off. And let's take that paper off while we're at it. Oh, I might need my pen. There we go. Put that back for where I can find it. Now I need 4.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. It's more like 4 3/4, but we'll give it to him. I might have a little extra here. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut this at 4.5. It's short. Well, give them a short one. And this one is 4.5, and this one is 4 3/4, but that's okay. So let's do them all at 4 3/4, and I think I've got enough that I can get. I need 8. Might need that piece. 2, 4, 6. I might need it. Let's see. That is 4.5. I'd save the 4 3/4 for me. I need 8 of them. Yeah. My hands. Wobbly hands. I think these are a little short. Well, that's right at 4.5, but I think those were a little short. That's good. That one's good. This one's got a little slant to it, but let's even this up. It's 4.5. That's 4 3/4. That's 4.5. 3. I'll have plenty. And I can tell this one's going to be short. I'll keep it for myself. 4. Six. 8. Nine. Now these last few I think I made a little bit longer. It's more like 5. Should have done them all at 5. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are right up. A couple of them I'm going to get them right at 4 1/4, but their journal's only, 4 1/2, but their journal's only 4 if they do the standard one. So these, and where did I do with the others? These will go in my November zines. All right, and that's, let's put a tie around this for now, and I'll put it over with my November collection that I need to get put in envelopes and mailed. Come on, get in there. All right. Now I do have this, but I don't know, can I get 20 out of this? I should be able to. It's pretty large. Let's wrinkle it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know because it's cut at an angle. I don't think I'll do this. It's cut at an angle. I might be able to get 20 smaller ones, but I don't think I want to fool with an odd shaped fabric. I've got it at the thrift store. All right. I'll fool with that later. So let's move on to something else. Let me put all of these. These are mine, for me. All of my extra bits here. Some that didn't quite measure up. Odd cuts. That I'll use in my November zine. And I got some more over here that didn't get tape on it. Is that it? Is that a pen? A paper? My hands are a little shaky this morning. I haven't had coffee yet, though. Well, I'm losing it. That's good enough for me. All right. Let's save my release paper. I'm going to put it in my drawer. I'm about ready to lose my... All right. Little scraps. Let me clean up a little here. Throw these things away. What shall shall we do next? Come out and look at chat, Mary. All right. Hold on. What are you all talking about out there? Did I bore you all? Did I bore you to sleep? Let me refresh my chat. Wish they'd get rid of that goal thing. I don't set goals and it just gets in my way. Get rid of that if I can. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I hate it when they put that goal thing in there. So it's a super chat. You're supposed to set a goal. I gotta watch my spending. And I wish I could get rid of it because there. At least I could push it up, but I get rid of my thumbnail. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Laura says, exactly, Selena, and hello, Belinda. Hi, Angie Brown. Hi, Cindy Daly. Amor is Selena. Amor Fabric Quest. She says, you and I both. You're all good, so relaxing to listen to. Aw. Let's see. Stephanie. Did I see Steph? Hi, Goldie. Hi, Jersey. Are in here. Laura is Jersey. She says, massively awesome, Angie. I love the idea of a heart shape. Angie's going to make some heart-shaped bowls, it sounds like. Jersey says, Arlene, bless you and have a good day. Looks like Arlene had to leave. She says, I got to go. Y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for popping in, Arlene. Jersey says, I was going to try to put Meri on TV for my mom, but I can't get the blessed thing to work. I know. Doesn't that technology frustrate you sometimes, Jersey? And hello to Jersey's mom out there. Jersey says, I enjoy anything that has to do with you, Angie, and I'm praying and praying over and over again for your nose. Angie fell and she thinks she broke her nose. She fell out of bed. Oh my goodness, Angie girl. That's horrible. Angie says, thank you, Laura. I hope you enjoy them. We're talking about the bowls. Jersey says, I think it's Lori Pink Girly. We were supposed to get together, but my mom, oh, your mother fell. And we have appointments, so I think she'll come on. Today, yes. Today at, after I go off, this is Thursday, Pink Girly usually comes on after me on Thursdays. On Tuesdays, it's Kathy Berg. On Fridays, it is Carol McDonald. And then on Sunday, on my evening chats, I usually go until about 10. Juju comes on, and then later Ginger Cat Pam? Is it Pam? Ginger Cat Pam? They're the late night ladies. And same on Sunday nights. They usually come on after I sign off at 10. Angie, I pray it isn't hurting too bad. Goldie says, nice. I hear you sold your bowls again at Jacqueline's. Yeah, Angie sold bowls. I can't wait to, I know my pack is, Jacqueline sent me a tracking number, so I know it's on its way. And I got an oval bowl that will hold my scissors and all my ink pens and things like this that I have over to the side, an Angie bowl. And you know, I have a coffee mat, a cup mat that Becky made, and I washed it. And I need to get it out again. I usually have that on my desk, but I quit putting my water and coffee and things up here on the corner because I'm afraid I'm going to knock them off. All right, let's see, what else are we doing here? Push these over to the side. Angie's going to make some heart-shaped bows. That's what she's doing this morning. She's working on bows. Mine are always set to accept. Tina, if you're out there, good morning. I was busy making washi tape, so I didn't get to see you. I hope you're still out there. Tina T popped in. Andy says, I'm doing some sewing. Jersey says, hi everyone, I had to run and help my mom. She just woke up. I'm back now. Tina saying hello to Stephanie. She says, I wonder what happens to the ones that don't get accepted. It just wouldn't send it to them like Angie has. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Oh, they're talking about, I think they're talking about gifting. Did somebody gift some things? Oh, who gifted? Tina T. Tina, if you're out there, thank you so very much. Oh, bless your heart for doing that. She gifted 5 memberships. I'm going to gift some memberships, but I have to wait until my check comes in because I don't want to overdraw my account. I'm getting pretty close to that. I paid all my November bills, so I just kind of have to watch my budget. I got some more stuff coming in. Let's see. Judy at Junk Journals 11. Christy Covington. Debs. Arlene 11. Oh, and Jackie M. Thank you so much, Tina. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, Tina. I just have to take a breath. When you guys do this stuff, it just touches my heart. It's a super way to not only gift me and my channel, it gifts the people who win it. And I do too. Somebody said they wondered what happened if they don't accept, what happens to the money. I'm going to have to research that and find out if YouTube keeps the money, if the money goes back to them. I don't know quite what happens to the money if somebody doesn't opt. You have to opt in. It will guide you if you win one and you click on it and you haven't opted in. It will say you need to opt in, and it'll probably go show you how to do it, where to go to opt in. And once you've opted in to receive the membership gifts, you don't have to do it every time, I don't think. You have to accept it every time, but I don't think you have to go do the opting in stuff. I think that's a one-time deal. I'm not sure. I don't know what happens to the money if they don't accept it. I just don't know. I have to research that. And also, if you receive a gift membership, it's only for a month, and then you can either stay or you know, if you can't afford to pay every month. My memberships are the lowest that I could make them. The first room is 99 cents a month, and the second room is $1.99. Everybody who receives a gift will receive the gift for the second room. And the only difference between the first room and the second room is that I do live streams in the second room, and sometimes I do special projects in the second room. I have to tell you, I need to get a move on with my memberships, especially for the first room. The first room is more, I call it the Fib Diggity Friends. It's more saying, I support Meri enough to give her 99 cents a month. And the second room is just a little bit higher, and we do a little bit more. It's called the Fib Diggity Creators. But I have a goal. I'm kind of crowded right now with trying to get things done. But my goal next year is to devote more attention to my membership rooms, because you all deserve it. Thank you so much for the support, Tina. Bless your heart. Let's just bless Tina's art card. Let's send her blessings. What are they saying? Oh, and if you receive a member and don't want to come in, or don't want to opt in, or once you come in, if you don't want to continue it, don't feel like you're hurting my feelings, because I just do this for fun and kind of have another layer to my channel. I understand, especially if you're, and so there are people out there who an extra $2 a month makes a difference in what they can get, you know, or where they spend their money. So, you know, don't feel like you're being mean by not continuing it, because you're not. I do this for fun. I don't do it as a business. So I understand completely. Belinda Smith is out there. Trouble just showed up in chat. Oh, that was Tina. Hey. Arlene called Tina Trouble. Belinda's here. Laura says, I treated myself to some things from Jane Davenport, but it turns out you have to pay a 10% tariff for something that you pick up at the post office. Oh, well, I hope you go get it anyway, Jersey, because you deserve some Jane Davenport. Cindy Daly's in here. She's saying good morning to Gigi. Did Gigi pop in and I missed saying hello? There she is, Mrs. Gigi. She's probably long gone, but hello, Gigi. She sure does, Mary, but I've been messing up a bit with the AI to make some photos for my journal. Oh, yeah, we could play with some AI. And they are coming out pretty great. You are the inspiration. Exactly. Hello, Belinda. Welcome to chat. Selena says, you and I both, you're all good. You're so relaxing to listen to. This is where Stephanie's saying goodbye. Oh, hi. Jersey says, massively awesome, Angie. I love the idea of a heart-shaped. Talking about the bows again. She was trying to put me on TV, but I laugh. I giggle. I finally made it on television. Well, she didn't, because she had a problem with it. I think it was Lori Paint Girly, and we're supposed to get together. Oh, I'm rereading chat. Okay. So, do I want to play with AI? Let's see, what is today? Today is the 6th. I put out some shorts. Let's go look at my shorts here. I put out a few shorts. I'm not sure that I want to do one here, but we might play with it a little. Whoops, I don't want to go there. Hold on. I wanted to go to my channel. I hit the wrong button. Handmade. I want to go here and go to my shorts. And I have my sound off. Let's get out of my... I put out the doll one this morning. I was just playing on... And I found out pretty quick that it's hard to get dolls to talk. Turn my phone off. And so when the dolls are talking, it's really a voice in the background.
We will spice up their life.
Let's go to the front here. Oh, I'm in the private? Hold on.
We will spice up their life.
That says private. You, me. I guess let's go to a different channel that I'm subscribed to myself on, because when I go to my shorts from my channel, it shows all the little pieces that I've done. So let's go to Mary's Place. And I want to go to. That's where here, let's go to. Yeah, history. You all.
Ruby Rose, put me up to this.
This is where she's going to a hot air balloon ride.
It's so exciting.
But we do all this with Dreamscreen's AI.
We're finally gonna fly.
She goes up in a hot air balloon for the first time.
Look at that amazing view.
There's the stream of dreams.
I've never seen such autumn colors.
I know, it's amazing. Oh my, there's Fib Diggity.
Now I changed her hairstyle.
Look, autumn colors, and there is the stream of dreams. There's the Fussy Button Farm.
Fussy Button, F-U-S-S-Y, Button, Fussy Button Farm.
Wow, look at that gorgeous view.
Here she's just throwing some leaves up in the air.
What a wonderful day. Thank you. Let's do this again this winter.
Now I researched to see if they can do hot air balloons in the winter.
What a wonderful day. Thank you. Let's do this again this winter.
I'll see if I can go.
Now I researched to see if they can do hot air balloons in the winter. What a wonderful day.
I want to go to my shorts from my other channel here, if I can. There we go. So this is the doll one that I put up last night. But I have found it's hard to make the dolls talk. They move their mouth, but the music I had to play separately.
Get well soon, says the note, adding a touch of whimsy and care to these vintage medicine bottle dolls displayed so quaintly.
That came,
I
this
miss
one.
you, but I know you're never coming back.
This one broke
and
my
I have
heart.
to accept that. I miss you right soon.
Right soon. And this is a congratulations champagne.
We are so proud of you.
It's just a little congratulatory.
We will spice up their life.
Spice jars, spice bottles.
We add the flavor.
That's salt and pepper shakers. I don't know if you guys can see
A
these.
toast. May you have a great day.
May you have a
Cheers.
great day. Cheers. So there's that one. This was this was the
I
blooper
sure enjoy
one.
creating little video clips, but not everything goes as prompted. Be sure to watch until the end.
And that's the, let's see. This is my happy dance one. I changed her hairstyle.
Happy dance.
I think she looks younger. I think I made her look a little bit younger here,
Happy dance. Happy dance.
which is probably more my age now.
Happy dance. Happy dance.
That was my happy dance one. Here we're moving this Blue House used to be a bed and breakfast by Holly Dalton, and we're moving a new family in there.
This old empty house in Fib Diggity will soon have a family. This house was a bed and breakfast in Fib Diggity. It was owned by a dear friend, Holly. It will be a family home to my third cousin, his wife, and their teenage twins who just became teenagers. They will be moving in soon. I can't wait to spend Thanksgiving Day with them.
Now I'm going to develop a Fib Diggity
Such a
story
beautiful
from that.
home. It deserves to have a family. Well, I must get back to the Meri Atelier. Projects need to finish. We will talk again later. My hair is really long. I know I should probably get it cut soon.
This
but
is where I
it's
changed
a
my
style I've always
hairstyle
liked.
in my videos.
I've been looking at this picture for a while now, and maybe I could
It's
try a new style.
a French roll on the back of her head instead
I
of
like
a
this
bun.
style, but could I do it again? I think it makes me look a bit younger.
I see you made it.
This is the Halloween
Welcome
ball.
to our Halloween ball.
This one's a little longer.
Please sign our guest book.
These are the creepy dolls. And I think eventually I'm going to do a creepy
Don't
doll
mind him.
in my
I'll
stream
introduce you
and
to our
actually make a
guests.
creepy doll. We could maybe do, no, I have to hunt up my dolls. There's a vampire,
These
he's
charmers organized our Halloween ball.
looking at that doll's neck.
This little lady makes sure all the candles are glowing.
I didn't like how she walked in there. She's walking good here. That's
If
a
you get
vampire.
thirsty, we have free drinks.
He's
Grab a
holding
glass
glasses
as he
of
walks
blood.
by. Our cats are very friendly. Feel free to pet them.
There's some black cats in there.
Here is our gallery wall. We know some very talented artists. What is a ball without dancing? Choose a partner.
Doll's gonna dance with her.
Some guests have moved away, but still return to enjoy the Halloween ball.
The ghosts come back for
Bobbing
Halloween.
for apples is very popular.
She jumps in the water.
Sometimes they break the rules.
The dolls are bathing in the apple wall.
We have a food
Bowl.
bar when you get hungry.
Mice are crawling all over the table. This is her dance partner.
Please go enjoy your time here. My dance partner just arrived. Leaving so soon. Happy Halloween! Your names is on our guest list for next year's Halloween ball.
And these are my creepy dolls. I'm not going to go all through these. I did some creepy
Ruby
dolls.
Road! Whee! Here we go!
Here's Ruby Rose riding on an owl to see the leaves. All the autumn leaves.
Whee! Look at the leaves!
That one was fun to do.
Thank you! Whee! Here we go!
Oops, playing it again. Here's where the owl just comes and says hello.
Sometimes life is just magical.
The owl flies up into the ceiling.
Sometimes
control
life
that.
is just
Whoops.
magical.
Here's where she's popping a balloon. And it pops.
Hello there, friends. Hello out there.
Paperclip
We'll share a
dolls.
bit about the Fibdiggity Autumn Fairies.
This one didn't do very well. I don't know why. I thought it was a fun video.
My fairy power is turning leaves to autumn colors.
I don't know if I just uploaded it at the wrong
My fairy
time.
power is helping sunflowers grow. Our power is harvesting nuts for little squirrels.
Little fairies and Fibdiggity
My fairy
fairies.
power is adding touches of color to fall flowers. Our power is helping autumn leaves fall so new ones can grow next spring. We blow away clouds for the harvest moon.
They're
to
blowing away.
shine bright.
They're blowing clouds away from the moon.
We add beautiful touches of red to the ripe apples.
See, all those fairies have a purpose.
We collect raindrops into puddles for an animal water spot.
We protect fairylands from harm.
We enjoy playing pranks on
It
forest
might have been
creatures.
too long. I don't know. I've got a lot of fairies. I think I had 12 of them. And they're playing a prank on that cook. They dumped the sugar out. She's tying the shoe in knots. They're playing pranks. Hiding in lavender. They love lavender. Fairies love lavender. They're pulling her hair. Pulling her pigtails.
Come on with it.
They're holding a cheese out for that little mouse.
It is going to be a grand ball tonight.
They're getting ready for the ball. Here's the fairy ball. Harvest ball. And that was the end. That one didn't do well. I'm not sure why. Let's see, what else? We got the creepy dolls, the paper clips. Now this one did very well, where I'm untangling.
Angles are what makes slow stitching very slow.
I'm just untangling thread there. And that one did really
Angles are what
good.
makes slow stitching very slow.
She said tangles are making slow stitching small.
Angles are what makes slow stitching very slow.
Happy Catterday!
That's a steampunk cat. But see, with all this extra
Happy
stuff,
Catterday!
they fill up the screen with all this menu stuff. And you can hardly see the video. The video is just
Happy
right in
Catterday.
there. I just wish that there was a better way to take care of all this stuff down here. I don't mind it
Happy
on the
Catterday.
side. But it fills up the screen. I can hardly see the cat.
It's gonna be a wonderful Fibdiggity Friday. Enjoy today.
And it's just a little tube of paint.
It's gonna be a wonderful
Steampunk doll.
Fibdiggity Friday.
There's my Inktober one. And this Dragon Slayer one, which I really thought was cool. That one didn't do as well. She's slaying dragons. And I lost my audio on that, so it's all music. And the name of the dragon is on the dragon. Maybe that's why it didn't do well. This was the VO3 that I used to create these. They were still development. They hadn't given me VEO3 yet. So a lot of this was kind of patchwork done in here. So that one didn't do as well. These are my dancing face balls. I'm just putting faces on balls and let them dance around. That was kind of fun to do. And here again, it's just music. I did not have my voice audio. All right, let's go back to my channel. Let's go back to me. This is Mary's Place. I actually bought a membership in my own stream. So I call it Mary's Place. Sometimes when I'm doing member videos, I'll go into there. All right, let's go back to today's live stream here. I want to go to my chat. Oh, I guess I was there.
French women have been hiding this
Oh,
hair
I
secret
got an
from
ad. Let's turn the
us for
sound down.
years.
Skip the ad. And go into chat here. Yeah, Holly. Holly passed away a couple years ago. Holly Dalton. She came here a lot. She had a lot of friends. Do you do all the coloring? Hi, Healing is Recycled Crafting. What I do is, I was thinking, let me go through one here. I was thinking, let me get out of this. I was thinking, along when I very first started, I did a ruby rose, and I put all my scripts. You write scripts to tell the YouTube Dreamscreen what to do, how to create your picture, and it'll create a little video for you. But everything that you see created, all that is done by the video itself. It's done by a YouTube app that they incorporated into YouTube. It does not, it's called VEO3. It's like voice editing, video editing, something. It stands for something, I can't remember. But it's an AI. And I don't think that YouTube has all of the VEO3. They adapted a portion of it for YouTube. And we get to use it free. And I like it because I learn a little bit about AI. And I don't know if she was directing that question to me. Do you do all the coloring? Anyone into crafty things today? Jacqueline says she's at work today. I think Jacqueline is going to do a sale on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Let me go to her channel and grab her link. Maybe does she have a... No. Let's see. Let's go to her lives and see if she has a... No, she doesn't have yet for another sale coming up. Notify. Let me grab her link. Copy link. And come back into my chat and put... I'll just put Jacqueline. And because it's easier to put that than, there we go. And this is her channel, and I'm going to pin that. And I think she sells it, I think she's going to sell this weekend. Let's pin message there. And she usually sells at 4 p.m. Eastern. And if I remember right, Amy is going to be selling some Tim Holtz fabric. And I'm not sure exactly if that's going to happen or not, but you might want to check it out and see what she's selling. She usually sells dyed paper, and then she has vendors coming in, which are usually, we know them, like Angie selling her bowls, and I think Angie has also sold some yo-yos and some little die cuts that she makes with her Cricut. Let me go back into chat here. There's Cindy. Carol, my quiet corner. She just popped in. Good morning, Carol. Carol streams on Fridays after I stream. I don't know, Carol, do you stream on any other time? I know she streams on Fridays. Do you do all the coloring? I'm not sure who she's talking to there. Oh, Laura says she's coloring this morning. Jacqueline asked if anybody else is doing anything. Coloring View, welcome in. She says, I need a belt. Happy dance, happy dance. Were you happy dancing coloring? Stephanie is here. Jacqueline says, I went live with Pam, and then I thought I could fall asleep, so I left, and I ended up not sleeping. Yeah, Jacqueline is a early to bed, early to rise person. And Jacqueline is on the West Coast, and what's earlier for Jacqueline is later for, what's earlier for Ginger is later for Jacqueline. She says, I thought I could fall asleep after I went, and then I ended up not sleeping. How long does it take to make one of these shorts? Well, it depends on how picky you are. Let's go to, I was going to show you, I put all my shorts into, this is my Samsung notepad, and it says all notes, and then you can divide it into folders. And I put all of my Dreamscreen scripts in a folder. And here's where, where I'm playing with things, or I've done some of these, like there's the dragon slaying. And way down here, when I very first started, I did a Ruby Rose one. And I did not have voice. I was still learning. And see, I put them into scenes. Like, you tell YouTube what to do. So you get better at it. Laura asked, how long does it take? Well, you get better. And since I've started, this was my first script that I ever wrote, this Ruby Rose one. And it was done in February. No, it was done, it was done on the 22nd of February. And I was just learning. So, you could do something. Let's go to my channel. Let me get out of my chat. You could do something real simple. Like, I'll just type in something. Let me go to, let me get out. Let me go here. And on the phone, I think Dreamscreen. Now, I don't know if they can, because I don't work on my laptop. So I'm not even going to address if shorts can be done on the laptop or not. I think they can, but I don't go there, so I can't really speak to it. But on my phone, I'm at my, let me get out of this chat here. I'm at my main page, and you can see this is my live stream here, but down here is a menu. And if you hit this little plus sign right in the center on your phone, I don't know what it is on the laptop, you get to choose. These are videos that I have either put up or on my drive. You go to, next to that is shorts. You go to your shorts. And then if you have VEO3, and if it's active, you'll get this red circle up here in the right-hand corner above this menu. And it's got a little star in it. Now that means that I have the VEO3. That's their latest addition to their shorts where we do all the scripting. And you hit that. And it takes you into a little menu here. There you can do different things. Like it says, animate your pet photos. Well, I don't have a pet photo. So, but you can try it with this one. It says try it. And you just hit it. And, whoops. I guess I don't have a photo. Well, I don't know if I can animate any of my pictures out here. I got my dental card. Let's see if I can animate this owl. This is a download, I think, from Graphic Fairy. And it says get suggestions. And it gives you suggestions. Now, in some AI, you get to tell that owl what to do. Here they say, they give you things to animate, like put black cat, circle the image. The owl puts on sunglasses. We do that. So they kind of tell you how to animate it. In some AI apps, you get to make your own, like I could say, have that owl flap its wings or something like that. But let's do, well, owl blinks eyes slowly, confetti runs down, candy corn balloons appear, illustration becomes a gingerbread creation, sparkly bats. Let's do the owl puts on sunglasses. And you just hit create video. Now this is animating a photo. This is not my video clips. And it goes out there and it works, and it's looking at that photo. And I think I got that photo from Graphics Fairy, that picture on the Friday freebies, I think. It was just happened to be out on my drive. And we're going to put sunglasses on that owl. See? Now, that's animating a photo. That owl kind of got hidden with the hat and the sunglasses. Let's go back. And what I like to do, I'm back at my shorts menu. I go into a little setting called video clips. And here's where you tell it what you want. So this is what I was saying. You could do something real simple. When you say, how long does it take? Well, you could say, and I do this a lot when I'm testing my audio, I put lady walks down, whoops, got out of it. Lady walks down the street. And of course, you may know what you want to say. I'm kind of making this up as I go. And she says, hello. That's all well, I got spaces in there. I type with my fingers, so my fingers don't fit the keyboard. All right, and that's all we're going to do. Lady walks down the street and says hello. And you can do different styles. I always do none because I get a realistic image. You can do vintage, and that will probably give you more of a street scene. And then you can do anime, clay, airbrush, digital, acrylic, polygon, pixel. Whoops, I'm not going to take pixel. Watercolor. I do like watercolor, but most of these styles I don't use. I use the none, and that's what I click there. And then you just hit create, and it'll go pick out a lady, and she'll be walking down the street, and hopefully she'll say hello. Okay, they give you 4 choices. I'm going to take the lady in the blue dress, and this is the picture. She's saying hello to this lady who's watering the flowers over there, and she might say it in a foreign language. So I might have to go back. It says hello in English, but let's see what she does. And I'm going to create a video. So something real simple like that. Of course, I'm explaining it as I go, but if you're sitting there, do it maybe 5 minutes, maybe if not even that, depending on your processing, your internet connection, and if you're set up for the VEO3 and all of that. Let's see what it gives us. Is it 99%? Oh, I don't have my sound on. Let's turn my sound up. Now,
Hello. Oh, how are you?
Now, did you see that? Where, let me
Hello.
go out of this. I only said, lady says hello, and she said hello fine, but I did not tell this other lady to respond. And sometimes you get cool things from, like, I did not expect that lady said, oh, hello, how are you? Let's see if it'll do it again. You'll get different things if you create it more than once. I don't know if it'll say it again. Let's see if it does. Again, it takes a little time for it to process. I'm going to get a drink of water. That's good. I didn't have
Hello.
breakfast.
It's such a nice day to take a stroll down the street here.
Now, see, this lady did not respond, but she said more.
It's such a nice day to take a stroll down the street here.
So I didn't tell her to say all that. So sometimes YouTube pops things in.
Hello.
Sometimes I like
them.
them.
It's such a nice day to take a stroll down the street here.
Sometimes I don't, but I like that one. So if you want to process this and save it and put it out on your channel,
it's such a nice
you
day
hit
to
the
take a stroll down the street here.
You hit the continue.
Hello.
And it gives
it's
you a
such a nice
timeline.
day to take a stroll down the street here.
And if you didn't want any of this, where she turns and walks away,
Hello.
you could cut that out.
Hello. Hello.
Let's do it a little bit more. There we go.
Hello. It's such a nice day to take
But I'm going to leave it in, so you get to adjust your timeline.
Hello.
And if you're happy
nice
with it,
day
you
to
hit.
take a stroll down the street here.
If you're happy with it, you hit done, and it'll go out and process. Hit it again,
Hello.
and you check it.
It's such a nice day to take a stroll down the street here.
Then you hit next, and it'll go out, and I'm just going to put chat test here. Chat test. So it's going to go into my studio, and it's getting ready to upload the file. So it sets it to private so that you can go back in later and make all your editing. Here's where you have your title of your short, and I'm just going to put chat test. It gives that hashtag. I usually, when I'm editing in my studio, I usually put my title first and my hashtag at the end, because I think it's easier for people to see the title. But, and then, you know, here's where you just set things up. You tell it's not made for kids. I never put in the location. You can relate it to another video. It brings up your other videos. We'll relate it to my live stream. Meri is live, but this is just a test anyway. Allow video and audio remixing. Right at this point, I usually only let them remix the audio, especially if it's something I'm doing that is like in Fibdiggity, because I don't really want them, well, I just let them do the sound. It's just my choice. Here it's saying, do you have altered content? And I do, because it's coming from AI. That lady does not really exist. Altered content says makes a real person appear to say or do something that they didn't say or do. Like, I could take a picture of my brother and make him say something that he really didn't say, and here you're telling it that he didn't really do this. And so when you hit this, YouTube flags that it's altered content, and it's AI produced. And I always hit that when I'm making my dream screens. Here you can invite somebody to collaborate with you. I don't really care for the collaboration option, because if I invite somebody, let's say I invited Laura to collaborate, and we would collaborate and hook up and all of that, but any of the watch time would come to my channel because I initiated the collaboration. I prefer, if we're going to collaborate, I prefer doing a video hop, where, yeah, it's a little extra work. People have to, you know, create their video and put in their links and make sure the links are right and all of that. But when the actual hop goes live, you go to the description, you're hopping through the videos. If you come to me and go to Laura, Laura gets the time for her video, that she gets that watch time created to, or charged to her own channel. She gets credit for what she did. In this, I would get the credit for what she did. So I think that they should change the rules on that a little, but they don't ask me. So I never really use the includes collaboration thing. You have to invite people, and I just don't think that maybe there's reasons why they've done it. Maybe they just don't have it hooked up enough to charge. You know, I don't know. I don't care for it. I'd rather set up a video hop. Then the last is, do you want the comments left on? And I say yes. And then you upload the short, and it goes out here, and it's uploading my test out there. And we can go and look at that in the shorts. And let's go do that. Let me go out there. I have to get there first. So I'm in my creator studio now, where the people who are putting up videos have a little studio work area. And here's the shorts, and here you can see view all. And here is where, this is my video here that we just did, the test video, but they're still pending ads. They got 36 seconds. I don't know if we can watch it or not. It looks like we can, but I wouldn't. It's still private. The ads are pending. I'm not going to put it public, so I don't care about the ads. And then you hit this. There it is.
It's such a nice day to take a stroll down the street here.
So I can go into my studio, and I can change the title, hit the edit button here. You cannot change, they do not let you have control over the thumbnail. And the reasoning was that when people are looking at the shorts, they don't see the thumbnails anyway. They just, you know, you go through your shorts feed and you just scroll this way. But I disagree with that, because what I did with my channel over here, when I go into my channel and go to shorts there, I'm in that, see, you see all the thumbnails. And sometimes I don't care for the thumbnails that they choose. These are okay. I might have taken a different one for Ruby Rose. You know, I might have taken some different thumbnails here than what they gave me. Some of them I didn't particularly care for. But I disagree with that reasoning of why you can't do your own thumbnails. But you can't, so that, you know, then you go in here and you add a description. And I usually just copy a description over and change the date. I go to one that's already published. And here's where you relate it to. I've related it to my stream going on right now. And you can change that if you want. Just click on it. I don't change the location. You can add it to a playlist. I usually put the ones, I'm not going to put this one in it, but I have a playlist that's called Dreamscreen Short Videos, where I sort out here. You get shorts here on your main page. You get a menu that says shorts, but that's all my shorts. That's all the shorts that I've ever done is in this tab. Well, my dream screen, what I'm doing over here, when I add it to a playlist, I'm just adding it to only the videos that I've done in Dreamscreen. Now you can't get to that from the menu on my main channel. It's like you have to go to playlist. Let's do that. So if I go to my channel here, that's Jacqueline. Let's see. Let's go back to me and go to my main page. If I go to playlists, and here's my Dreamscreen short video playlist, and I've got other playlists. I need to reorganize these. I just haven't had time to do it. But if you go into there, my playlist, you can see these are all the ones that are Dreamscreen that I've created with all the video editing and everything. And I think my very first one was on creating an idea journal down there. And it's about 3 minutes long. I'm not going to play it. I've got one called Art in Letters, where, you know, where people will draw little pictures and put them in a letter, sort of letter art. My Fibdiggity fairy tales, I'm debating on that. Right now I'm not putting, this is where she discovers the fairy tale book in the building, the Meri Atelier. But I'm debating whether I want to put it in here or not. I'm still debating. So I've done all of these dream screens. A lot of these were when they were still, I did not have the VEO3. So a lot of it's just music in the background. My stained glass window. And this one, where she finds the Fibdiggity fairy tale book, I used a voiceover so you hear my voice in the background. But all of these later are developed with they put in that VEO3, and so you have more ability to create nicer videos. That's what. All right, and I was going to take you to, let's get out of my studio. I was going to take you to this Ruby Rose one. Let's leave that up. And I have 9 scripts. And I think I want to redo this this was the very first one. I did it in February of this year. This was my very first script. And I was still learning. So I at this point when I was doing, of course, I've edited a lot of this. But let's play the intro. And let's see, I have, it's in the morning, a little girl gnome child with shoulder-length blonde hair, red gnome hat, and black cat is at her side. And I said, play that 2 times. Well, this is kind of an intro. So I'm going to say, this is a story. Now, at the time I did this, I couldn't make that little gnome child say something. But this is a story of how I met Bandit. And we'll just see what this says. So what you're doing here, Bandit is the little black cat. Bandit, B-A-N. So you put in these prompts. So you kind of have to have an idea of what you want to do before you do any scripting. You could say a lady walks down the street and says hello. You could say that pretty easy. And you get used to it. It's just like I'm sitting here and I'm telling it what to do. I'm telling the story in my prompts versus telling the story in a live stream. And you have to be a little bit more specific. I could say Ruby Rose and be drawing a picture of Ruby Rose. And I did do this in a live stream. So I'm going to copy this script, the prompt script. I'm going to copy it, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to go into my shorts. And there's the little red circle with the sparkly, so I know I have the EO3. Sometimes I don't have it. And then I'm going to down to video clips. And when you click on video clips, you get into where you put your prompts. And it'll give you 4 pictures to choose from. I'm going to paste in my prompts. I'm going to use the none. Now, sometimes it doesn't like the word girl. We'll see if I have to say a young, let's see if it will create it. I have a girl gnome child. I don't know if it will like the word child either. Oh, it does it. So there's where, and I don't really, it is early morning, the sunrise, but it's kind of dark. And, yeah. Now, I like this one better. But I don't like the length of her hair. Did I tell it? What did I tell it? Let's go back to, I got shoulder-length blonde hair. Instead of shoulder-length blonde hair, I'm going to change that script to, I'm going to take out the word shoulder length. I'm going to put long blonde braids. Because she's going to have braids. And I'm going to recopy that. So how long this takes depends on how picky you are. And sometimes YouTube will, Dreamscreen will mess up on you. So when I first started, I was learning a lot, and you'll be learning too. You'll always be longer. Let's go back out to create a new script here. As you work with it, you understand more. So you know what to do in certain situations, rather than going, okay, what do I do now? And you're playing around with it. When I first started, I would spend close to 8 hours just playing with this stuff, trying to learn it. I don't know now. There is, if you will go out to your Google, I don't know if there's any tutorials yet on Dreamscreen. I've got stuff in here that's taking me where I don't want to go. Let me get back into my, hold on. I want to do a new tab. I got all this stuff in here I don't want. I'm trying to find, I want a new tab. Here. I'm going to put in Dreamscreen. Well, Dream Screen. When I first looked at this, I spelled Dreamscreen wrong, but Dreamscreen tutorial. When I first started, I had to learn a lot of this stuff just by experimenting. I don't know if they have how to create it. It looks like there's people have been putting up some videos on how to create Dreamscreen stuff, how to use Dreamscreen. So you'll want to, when I first started, how durable is Dreamscreen? What is YouTube Dreamscreen? And you can go out and read all this. What are 7 types of AI? There are 7 types of AI categorized into 2 groups based on capability: narrow, general, and super intelligent, and based on functionality. I get lost in reading all this stuff. So you might check on what I was doing here. Type in Google the words Dreamscreen tutorial, and I haven't really used that. I go out and let's go back to my script. So I changed her hair. I changed her hair to blonde braids, and just hit. I'm in VEO3. I'm at where I put in the scripts, and I'm going to use no style, which usually gives me the most realistic. And let's see if it gives me some blonde braids. Now sometimes you'll see, sometimes, yeah, it did. Sometimes I've seen where my little gnome girls, they'll put a beard on her because they associate white beards or even brown beards with gnomes. And I've seen girls, when I'm creating, they'll have beards. I'm going, where did that come from? Let's try this one. So here's Ruby Rose and here's the cat, and she's going to say, hopefully, how met the bandit. Did I type that in there? This is how I met. So you have to, when you're doing this, you have to check their scripting, because let's do this again. Sometimes they make mistakes. They said how met bandit, and it's really how I met bandit. Now I don't see any scripting on this one, so this is good. Let's see. Let's take this one. She's kind of cute there. And there's Bandit, is our little black cat in Fibdiggity. There's a whole story associated with Bandit. But here's the picture. It gave my little gnome girl with the blonde braids and the red gnome hat. And so let's create this. Now I'm talking here. I'm talking through it, and I'm saying things that it would really not take you that long to do a script if you were doing it on your own. But I'm chattering away here, so I'm adding time here. But let's create it and see what happens. See, I couldn't do this in February. I could not put in a voice. And let's see if I actually get audio here. Sometimes I don't get audio, but I should, because my bottle dolls, I find inanimate objects don't talk. Pumpkins can't laugh. Bottle dolls can't sing. I had to put in music separately.
This is a story of how I met Bandit.
So,
he has been my best friend ever since. I could not ask for a better cat.
See, now it added more to my...
This is a story of how I met Bandit. He has been my best friend ever since.
That's
I
added.
could not ask for a better cat.
I did not take.
This is a story of how I met Bandit. He has been my best friend ever since.
I did not put all that in my script. But we're going to use it.
This is a story of how I met Bandit. He has been my best friend ever since. I could not ask for a better cat.
All right.
This is a story of
so you can adjust your
Bandit.
timeline
he has
here,
been my best friend
but
ever
I'm going to
since.
leave it.
I could
I
not
like
ask
it all.
for a better cat. This
And
is
then you notice that cat purred too. So I'm going to go out here, and this is where you can play this twice. And sometimes when you're creating a video, you want to play it twice. But on this, we don't want her saying the same thing twice. So I'm just going to hit my, I don't want to hit it. If I hit this red dot again, it'll play it again here. And it will add that red line there. I'm going to hit this check mark down here.
This is a story of how I met Bandit. He has been my best friend ever since. I could not ask for...
You know, over on this side, they give you a menu where you can add things. You can do voiceovers and add comments and change the lighting, add some text. I'm not going to do all of that. You also get the timeline down here if you wanted to cut or edit something out. You get a timeline. But I'm just going to hit the next. And it will go out and it'll put it on my channel. And I'm going to call this RR for Ruby Rose. I got RT, RR. And then I put a space and I put 01. I think I only have 8 or 9 scripts. But I always put the 0 there because if I go to 11, then I have it aligned when it goes out. And then I'm just going to hit my little down arrow and it gives an upload short. So I'm going to upload it to my channel. I'm happy with that. It's kind of an intro. So it's putting it out here. It's uploading it. While it's uploading it, I'm going to go over here to the second script, which is really scene 1. And see, I said do this one 2 times, but I didn't have any voice. So it was just a picture. So I wanted the picture out there long enough that I could do a voiceover down when I was editing my video. All right, so my scene 1 says morning dawn. We got that. The sun is rising behind the silhouette of a small town. So that's, the small town is Fibdiggity. A black cat is in the foreground walking toward a forest. Now, I don't know if I want the cat to say something. And I really haven't got music playing. We could put music playing in here. I don't know if I'm going to put music plays, but sometimes that doesn't work for me. I actually go in and add music, and I can do that where I had that menu. You can add music or add sound, but I made a mistake. Then I picked the wrong from their list of music that they gave me. I was not licensed to use it. And YouTube, it wasn't in this script, it was in another video. It was in one of those doll videos. I was playing some music and I chose the wrong music. So usually if music doesn't play here, I'll add my music when I'm editing it. And I'll show you how I do that. But let's see if this script, all this is the cat walking toward a forest. It's showing Ruby Rose going into, or not Ruby Rose, the black cat walking into the forest, Bandit. So let's copy that. We're going to come back over here, and it uploaded to my channel, and it's saying you can go look at your video. I don't want to do that. I want to go back into shorts. I'm going to go back into my VEO3, which is that red circle up there, and we're going to come back into video clips. I'm going to put my script in, paste, and I'm going to generate it by hitting the none, which is, to me, the most realistic, and create. You may not want to do realism, or more realistic. You may want to do watercolor. Okay. Now that one, they give you 4 choices here. I don't care for this because I got a white frame around it. This, you can hardly see the black cat because it's so dark in here. so I don't care for that. Here he's not walking toward the forest, he's walking from the forest. So I want him going that way, not coming this way. And here, it's hard to see the black cat. So I don't really care for any of these photos. I'm going to hit the try again. And this is where it takes me a long time to choose what I want, because I'm looking for something that has a little bit. Now see, you can see the cat there. I kind of like that because you see the silhouette of the cat. And there's the sunrise, and the small town is up in here. So, I'm going to go back to my script. Even though I like this, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to come back to my script, and up here, I'm going to put in, I'm going to put in a text saying what's happening in there. And so I'm going to say center text. I'm going to put bold text so you can read it. Bold text. And then I usually put a comma here, and it's going to say bandit goes, and I might change the wording later, goes for a morning walk. For a morning, bandit is the cat. Bandit goes for a morning walk. And I'm going to copy this again. What I want walk. Got S-A-I-W-A-L-K. Bandit goes for a morning walk. And that should show up to kind of in my picture to say what's happening in that scene. So let's copy that and go back and regenerate, paste in my script. Bandit goes for a morning walk, and I'm going to create it and see what I get. Now, see, I don't like any of these. I like the one where, well, this one. So I'm going to regenerate. I do like that it's giving the text. I like this text the best, but I can't see bandit, so we're going to try again. See if we can't get another silhouette. This is the point where you're choosing the picture. This takes me the longest time because I can't see bandit in there because it's so dark. I might have to change my script, but let's try it again. I could say, oh, here, you can kind of see him here. You can kind of see the silhouette of him. And this is talking about what goes on. This is really larger than what I would really prefer, but I'm going to leave it because I want to move on. And I'm going to create my video, and let's see what it does. I don't think it'll play the music. Let's see what it does. So each one of these scripts is about 8 seconds. So to tell my story, I have the intro and 8 scenes, so that's 9 videos. Now see, I like that sound. Did you hear the meow? And it's purring. So I like that. I'm not going to put music in there. So I like that sound. So we're going to continue with that. I'm not going to cut anything out because he purrs at the end and he meows. And I like that he goes into the forest right down here at the end. And there's Good Diggity in the background. And you know it's morning because I said morning walk and the sun's just coming up. So I hit done. And at this point, it's giving me that menu. thing. And I could do this twice. I could have him doing, I could say make that, but that would add more time to my scene, so I'm not going to hit it twice. I'm going to hit the check mark. And here's where the menu, where if I wanted to add sound here, I'm not going to add any music. And I'm just going to leave it like that. But that's the point that you do it, but you want to make sure you're licensed to the music that you add. All right, I'm going to hit next. And then I'm going to put RR for Ruby Rose, space 02, because that's my second scene. Well, it's really my intro and my second screen, but that's okay. 02, and then you can change all of this at this point. I usually don't, because I download all of these, and then I change it when I upload my final one. So it's out here. I hit my down arrow and then I upload it. So it's uploading here. So while it's uploading, I'm going to go to the next scene. And music plays doesn't work, so that's okay. I have girl, gnome child, blonde hair, red gnome hat. So I'm kind of repeating it. She lives in the forest and plays with forest creatures, like to sit and draw. Now, I'm going to take in my script where I change this, morning scene, girl with long gone braids. We're going to copy that, and I'm going to put it down here. I'm changing my script because this is the first script that I wrote, and I'm going to put this in here, paste. With long morning sunrise, I don't know if I want that, but lives in a forest, plays with forest creatures, and likes to sit and draw. And what shall we have her say? Says, this is so much fun. Oh, I think one in here, I had her sneaking out of the house. So I think my scenes are a little mixed. I'm going to type this in while I'm thinking of it. This is so much fun. So I'm creating the whole video clip here. If you do a scene, it takes you what? All the way from 5 to 10 minutes to do a scene. If you're doing several scenes like I am, it's going to take you longer, and you're going to be making decisions and all of that. But I don't think I want this as scene 2, where she's playing with the forest creatures. Let's see. I'm going to put this in here because I changed her hair to braids. So let's paste that in there. Let's get rid of the morning sunrise. A girl gnome child with long blonde braids. Let's come down a little to the next page. Red gnome hat, gnome home underground beneath oak tree. The gnome parents sleep in the gnome home. So I'm not sure what I was doing there. I think I was just playing. She's showing her parents asleep. I'm going to say, I'm trying to put in some voice. Say, parent, mom and dad fell asleep. I can go urban sketch. That's what she's going to say. Mom and dad, or I could say mother and father, but mom and dad, we'll say that for now, fell asleep. Let's go urban sketch. Let's put a period there. Let's sneak out. She's going to sneak out of her house. Let's sneak out. Now, in my book, I have a gnome book here. I've got a bigger one. This is the smaller version. Gnomes. And I don't know if it says it in this book, but in one of these books it says that the gnomes sleep during the day. So I get a lot of my information from reading. And you can get that online too, but when I was very first doing this script, I found out that gnomes sleep during the day and they work at night. I must have some gnome blood in me. So she say, Mom and Dad are asleep. I'm going to say fell asleep. We're going to say are asleep now. Finally. Mom and Dad are finally asleep. So she's planning a little sneaking out trip. Let's sneak away and go urban sketching. You have to be careful how many words you put in here, but I think it will say that, urban sketching. So I'm going to play this scene first, so I'm going to put an XX here for now, because I don't think I want it, because she's already in the forest here. And we're going to make this scene. Let's put this as scene 1. Which is the intro, because I called it 01. This is scene 2, where the black cat bandit is going for his morning walk. This one is where she's already in the forest. The scene I put as XX. This is scene 3. So a girl gnome child with long blonde braids, red gnome hat, gnome home beneath the oak tree. Gnome parents sleep. I could put morning sunrise in there again. I don't know really she's inside, so I'm going to leave it. Gnome parents sleep during the day in gnome home. So I don't think I need during day, but we'll see what happens. Say, Mom and Dad are finally asleep. Let's sneak away and go urban sketching. Let's see what this script does. Now, see, I've told this story enough that I know what should be happening in what sequence, because I've created the story and told it live in my video, and I've done drawings of it, and I've repeated it over and over and over. So this script to me is pretty consistent. I'm not making it up as I go. But if I were telling a story where I was trying to make it up, I would be spending a lot more time. Let's copy. And then we're going to go back into my DEO3, which one I hit the shorts. I hit the plus sign, and then I came out to shorts. And here's that red circle with the little sparkle star in it. You hit that. It takes you out here. It gives you a lot more choices than video clips, but I'm only working with video clips. And I put in my script, and then I choose none, because for me that's more realistic, and I hit the create button. So I tell YouTube Dreamscreen what I want. And see, they're trying to give me the oak tree here, and this is during the day, but I actually let's go back in, change my script. Let's put morning sunrise, because that blue sky, let's just go back and change this one. This is in my notepad. I'm going to type morning sunrise here, because it's at the start of the day. Morning sunrise rise. All right, and you could type it directly in there. I just like to keep the script consistent with what I put in. I copy that. I'm going to come out here to where I put in my script. And see, I could just go in and type in morning sunrise here, but I'm not. I'm going to go back in and do an entire new thing here. Paste, go to none, and hit create. And let's see if I get a different morning sunrise tree here. Yeah, see, I did. And I think this one is probably the best, because I got a good tree, and their gnome home is underneath of the tree, and there shows her mom and dad are sleeping. Now, let's see what she says. Let's see if she says mom and dad are sleeping. Let's sneak out and go over sketching. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I could do all this alone and finish it up alone, but I think it's fun to do this in front of you guys so you can see what's behind it all. You tell Dreamscreen what you want to create, and it goes out there and grabs the sunrise and grabs a tree and creates a little gnome girl. It's gotten better. She doesn't look exactly the same in all the clips, but pretty close.
Mom and Dad are finally asleep. Let's sneak away and go urban sketching.
Now she looks a little bit, look how she closes
Mom and
the
Dad
door.
are finally asleep. Let's sneak away and go urban sketching.
Now I like that, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to hit the continue.
Mom and Dad are finally asleep. Let's sneak away and go urban sketching.
I don't think she's as realistic there. Her
Mom
face,
and Dad are finally asleep.
her face is a little bit more cartoonish there than in the other video clip. So there's little changes in between. She might have a different colored dress on. What color dress did she have over here? Let me go back into my studio. And I'm pulling it off because I want to... No, I think she has a blue dress on here, so she still has her blue dress on. Sometimes it'll change the color of dress, but she looks more cartoonish here than she does over here. Here she looks more realistic. I think what I'll do, at this point, I really don't like her as a cartoon. I'm going to hit back
Mom and
and
Dad.
back and back. And I'm going to regenerate this. Now this one, here she looks a little more realistic, but she's got a red dress on. So those are the things that you want to look for if you want it to. Here she's got a blue dress on, but her mom and dad aren't sleeping. And here she's got a blue dress on, her dad's sleeping. I'm going to regenerate this and see if I can't get one with a blue dress and long braid heads and morning sunrise and I kind of like this one. She's realistic. There's her mom and dad. Only it's not her mom and dad, it's two dads. Double dads. And she's got a white dress on, so I'm not going to use that. Here, she's got double dads again. You got to watch for these things. Here you can't see whether that's a man or a woman. No. And this one is, let's see. Yeah, I don't like any of these because, did this one? No, this is just her. We haven't got to the sleeping. I might have to change my script to say, you would think it would say mom and dad, it would not put in two male gnomes. So those are the things you kind of need to... Did I get out of it? I think I got out of it here. Here, let's try this again and see if I can't get... a man and a woman sleeping. There we got a mom and dad. She's not totally, and she's got a red dress on. Then we got two dads again. Two dads, and you can't tell, just one dad. And there's the other one sleeping in the window. So I'm going to try again. So this is where I spend most of my time, trying to put things together and get it all in sync, so I'm happy with it. I've got two dads again in there. I don't know why it puts beards on females sometimes. That's two dads. Here she's just standing. She's a little cartoonish. All right, let's go back and change my script because it's say mom and dad are finally asleep. Parents sleep during the day in gnome home. We're going to say, I'm going to change this to say male gnome, and female gnome. Female gnome. And we could say mother, male gnome dad, and female gnome mother asleep in bed. Let's see what that does. I just said gnome parents sleep during the day in gnome home. Male gnome asleep in bed and female, no, I say in bed here, and female gnome mother asleep in bed. And we're going to get rid of this. She had two dads. Male gnome dad asleep. I don't need that, asleep. Male gnome dad and female gnome mother asleep in bed. Let's see if that works. We don't want two dads. And she needs a blue dress. Let's say red gnome hat. Let's tell it to put in her blue dress, and then we won't have to check every time. Well, we'll have to check, but blue dress. It should give me a blue dress. All right. Copy. Come back over into my shorts. Get out of this. I'm just hitting back arrows here. We're going to go back to the menu of the VEO3 menu and hit video clips. I'm going to paste in my script, and I'm going to keep it as none style and create. Let's see what happens. So you have to kind of be specific in your prompting, and that comes with experience. All right, this to me is very cartoonish. It isn't as realistic as I want. This one is better. As if it's got two dads. It's got two dads sleeping. That's not a mother gnome. Here is a mother gnome, but she's cartoonish. I was getting rid of the cartoons. This is better. It's sunrise. There's the tree. The gnome home is under the tree. She's got a blue dress on. There is a female and male gnome. Mom and Dad are sleeping. Let's see if it gives me my audio. I'm happy with that one. You just keep doing this until you find one you like. I hope I'm not boring you guys. And we'll put this up if I have time. It's it's 9 o'clock. Paint Girly is on. I'm running out of time here. I ran out of time. I'm into... Let this process and then I'll sign off. I get so into doing this.
Mom and Dad are finally asleep. Let's sneak away and go urban sketching.
I love it. So we're going to continue
Mom and Dad are...
I'm going to hit the done. I'm going to hit the check mark.
Mom and Dad are finally...
I'm going to hit the next, and then I'm going to put RR03. And upload it. And I guess tomorrow we could continue this if you would want. I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm way into Lori's time. I hope that she went online. Let's check and see. Yeah, she went in. She's making a card pack here. So I need to sign off. I need to apologize to Lori for going across into time. I want to say a quick goodbye. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.